Well, fire it up, footballers! Kick that like button. Welcome back to Spittin' Fire Live! We're, of course, doing it live as we always do. Here we are. Some deep, dark, dank cavern. Somewhere deep inside of the map of Elden Ring. Thank you for joining us here on Spittin' Fire, guys. Greatly appreciate it, guys. Let's freaking go fire it up, footballers. Got a good one for you. A great one. We're going to be talking about Chicago Fire playoff chances. A little bit about NFL Kyler Murray contract situation. Little NFL fantasy talk for you. As well as little Cristiano Ronaldo, Manchester United situation discussion. As well as World Soccer Talk. Not the podcast, but the topic. That and more here on Spittin' Fire, as well as a Soulsborne game, little Uchigatana, of which we will wield, slice, and carry on slice through the map as we make our way north, east, west, and south. We've got a couple of destinations we go on to check out here today. New lands to explore here in Elden Ring. Thanks for joining us here on Spittin' Fire. Thank you, chat. What's up, chat? What's up, everybody watching live or after the fact? Thank you for joining us here on this Wednesday stream. And did you guys hear that? Ah, snap. I heard it too. Alright, guys, let's get into it. Let's, where are we at? Gorgeous little place. We've been here before. Do we got the stones to be able to hang? Can we hang in this area? I don't know. So, chat, lots to talk about. Lots going on in the world. World football, NFL, Chicago Fire, what have you. Lots going on. We want to talk to you guys about it. What's going on with you? I also had a couple other interesting questions I wanted to ask. I was curious about. And hopefully you guys will know the answers to that and more. Thank you for joining us here on Spittin' Fire. Woo! And hopefully you can spam the greatest emojis. What up? Mega stressed out. Doc's tomorrow. Dude, Doc's tomorrow. Doc's gonna be over there to help make it better. Try not to get too stressed up. You know what? Let's enjoy it. Christopher, buckle up. Let's have a ride. Let's have some fun. Let's not worry about that too much because we know that the doctor is gonna be there to help and to hopefully improve the situation. We're gonna make sure that happens. You're gonna be your own advocate. You're gonna mention the problems. You're gonna mention the issues, and they're going to address those, and they're going to, hopefully we can get this taken care of. That's the plan. That is the plan. And before we can do that, let's de-stress, let's unwind, let's take a deep breath, let's settle back, loosen up the shoulders, get in a good situation. DPG saying open up that Discord. Oh, you know I will. All right, what's up, DPG? All right, Discord is sliding on open. But Christopher, hang in there. Step right up into the front row. Buckle in. Prepared to chat and chime in with your opinion because we need you here. We need to hear it. We want to hear it here on Spittin' Fire, guys. Let's go. Okay, fire it up, football. So little error. Let's fix that situation. Why don't we? All right, excellent. There we go. When I'm told not to overthink, that makes it worse. You know, I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. I got people in my family. Some of which or people that I know, you know, some of which, you know, they can struggle with that kind of stuff. I'm not saying hypochondriacs, but maybe close to it. But, you know, that's right or wrong. That's what you want to be. You want to be self-preservation. You want to think about, oh, this isn't right. How do I get right? So how do I get back to better? That's the plan. Just like the Chicago Fire had to figure out how to get back to better this mid-season where the struggles were, they were deep in the darkest basements of MLS. Literally the worst team in MLS.
Yep. They were in the basement of MLS.
It looked like it was over for them.
I thought it was going to be another failed season.
And then all of a sudden, they're back.
They're in the playoff picture for sure.
Well, they're seemingly in the playoff picture. They're definitely in the that's the thing about MLS. There's that parity, right?
Yeah, it's true. It's this So the thing about MLS is that you could be on, halfway through a season, you could pretty much bomb the first half of the season, and then out of nowhere win 3, 4 games in a row, and all of a sudden you're touching the playoff line. You're practically touching the playoff line.
They're right there, but we still have yet to even hit the All-Star game. So, right?
Yep, exactly. We haven't even touched the All-Star game. And by the way, the All-Star voting, the players that they chose, there's a certain center back that's missing from that All-Star team. Just want to put that out there.
I would make the argument for that. I saw Patrick McCready saying he'd make the argument for Wyatt Ohmsberg. I'm like, Wyatt Ohmsberg? What about Chicos?
I mean, yeah, it's, Rafa totally deserves to be on that All-Star team. I don't know how you could rate other center backs better than he is. I'm sure those are pretty decent center backs, but they're no, have any of them scored?
Not that I know of.
It's like you get a guy that tries to keep clean sheets, and then on top of that you get the same guy that scores goals to win games. It's like you win twice. So that's my 2 cents on that.
Speaking of winning twice, I was listening to the CHGO podcast earlier. They were saying that when the Fire play Charlotte, which you're going to, that's going to be
thinking about it.
That's going to be a 6-pointer. How excited are you for that?
If I go to the Charlotte game, which I'm at this point I'm not sure yet. I'm skeptical. I'm a little skeptical about going to these away games, especially on an expansion team when you have all that hype, you get all the crazies. If the Fire could beat Charlotte in Charlotte, it is gonna feel like 6 points, definitely. It's gonna pretty much, let's put it like this: Saturday's game is gonna push us across the line for the playoffs if other results pending work out in our favor. If we win against Charlotte in Charlotte, now we're just moving up playoff spots. Now we're jumping from 7 to 6 to maybe 5th and 4th. Who knows? But it's we gotta wait and see. Playing in Charlotte, it's a tough team to play against.
Might I bend your ear for a moment, please?
And
My
if
name is Irina. I've escaped
they
from
have a
Castle
pretty good home
to the
record.
south. The servants there.
They've been surprisingly good, and I don't think Brent Bronico's really like a starter there, but he does have a role to play.
Birth, you see? But I swear I heard
Well,
frightful howling from all
Former
over.
Chicago Fire player
My
Brent
good father
Bronico we're talking
secreted
about.
me out the castle,
Yep.
but decided
And the thing
himself
about
to
this
stay.
is that
He says
Charlotte-
it's his duty.
it's like,
As
I think
commander.
someone pointed this out on Twitter. Like Charlotte's like at that. It's like they're like in this right
I
position
fear
to
for
kind of
father's
collapse epically,
The servants
like
are
just an
full of
epic
wrath,
collapse.
filled with hatred
And it
for
wouldn't
every one of
surprise us. They've had a lot
They've
of
since
back,
come for every one of the
locker room
companions I
issues.
escaped
They
with.
fired their head
They
coach.
haven't spared a soul.
He probably pretty
I
much
feel
lost the
so
locker
different
room.
at Castle Morn.
I don't know how well
I implore
this
you.
intern
Would
coach
you
or
mind taking a letter to my
replacement
father
coach is doing in the locker
at the
room.
castle? My soul
Um,
wishes that he escape,
But
even
you
if
know,
his honor should be the price.
we just saw Charlotte get
I just
pretty
want him
much
to be safe.
taken apart by a weak Toronto team that that was, I believe, that was the debut of, and was it Inzaghi or Ziggy?
Thank you. Dear
Um,
then please.
and so you think about that, it's so was Charlotte's first half of the season a fluke, or are they getting ready for an epic collapse.
See, that's where I'm more inclined to
Deliver the
think.
letter
I
to my
think
father
that
at
this
castle.
might have
He
been
can be
what you're
stubborn.
saying right there.
But I'm
Because
sure he'll come around.
if you look at how this team's built, to me, it looks like it is ready to fall apart, but maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe. I mean,
Please.
you know,
wouldn't mind.
I've read
Deliver the letter to my
articles,
father at the
you know,
castle.
throughout the years
He can
of.
be stubborn.
I remember reading one article. I don't know if it was Hot Time in the Old Town or one of those, you know, lovely publications, but they mentioned that when the fire entered, when the fire entered MLS back in 1998, most people had him pegged at last place. And look what happened. They won the whole damn thing. But as far as this Charlotte team, it almost feels like this team is pretty much put together with duct tape. It's
That's what it seems like to me. Where the Chicago Fire team, it seemed like the duct tape made it. It seemed like it was duct tape in the beginning, and all of a sudden, then you brought in guys like Mueller and Jairo Torres, and a lot of things solidified.
you know, thing about this is like, yeah, it felt like at the beginning of the season, it felt like this team was duct tape. You know, then out of nowhere, you know, Chris Mueller brings the cement truck,
Right?
lays out the foundation, you know, and out of nowhere, all of a sudden you have guys like Durant, you have guys like Brian Gutierrez stepping up, you know, and all of a sudden, in fact, Brian Gutierrez on the lineup has kept Jairo Torres on the bench. Who would have said that 3-4 months ago?
Wait, who has? Brian Gutierrez?
Brian, yep.
I don't know if that's true. Do you think that's true, or because I feel like the reason Jairo's on the bench is because of injury. He's coming back, and I feel like once he's at full powers, we might see a bit more of him than we do see of Brian Gutierrez. But the fact that we have Brian is so nice.
I don't know about that. I honestly
Maybe I'm
think
wrong.
that I honestly believe the way that Brian's been playing, and if he keeps getting better, because it almost seems like he's getting better every game.
He does. He does seem to have that, and he's been good, shown very good flashes.
And I'm gonna say this, as you know, as much as I want Jairo Torres to succeed with this team, you know, the past few games he's come on the second half, it's like he hasn't really done anything to be like, wow, you know, like that guy has skill.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost, I don't know if it's because of the injury or because he's still getting acclimated to the formation or the tactics by Ezra, but it's almost, sometimes I feel he's almost pedestrian. Like, although don't get me wrong, you know, he hustles when he needs to, but it's just, I haven't seen like Atlas version of Jairo Torres.
That's what but DPG, I think that's because he's coming back from injury. And
Yeah,
we haven't seen him at full powers at all.
But he's been coming back from injury.
I thought haven't seen him at 100%, even close. Maybe we've seen him at 70 to 80%. But I could be wrong.
But the thing is that you think about it, you know, it's been, you know, I remember around the Columbus or Toronto game where it was like, okay, well, Jairo Torres is not 100%. We'll keep him on the bench. Fine. But the thing is that after that point, we haven't heard anything about, okay, well, Jairo Torres is not fully healed up yet. We'll keep him on the bench. Now it's just, it's gone mute, meaning that either he's still injured and they don't want to reiterate the fact, or Ezra has put his trust in Brian Gutierrez. And there was actually a piece from Hot Time in the Old Town that was written today, talking about this, that, you know, guys like Brian Gutierrez and Durant have stepped up, and the team is winning because of that.
Yes, that's been huge. That's what I said in the beginning of the season. That's what needs to go right for this season to go, because of the way this team was built.
You know, and you know, and you look at the outlook of things, it's like, you know, Jordy Mihailovic, the thing that's really messing him up is injuries.
Yes.
And you know the guy is talented. You know the guy could deliver for you. But if he's made out of glass, you know, I want to do the comparison between Mihailovic and Brian. But I mean, I guess there's not a big enough sample size from Gutierrez to do that. But the fact is that, you know, Mihailovic is getting injured.
Well, maybe we could say this about that. Brian's flashed faster, quicker.
He's actually been more consistent.
Has he had less competition or more competition in a way? I feel like he's had more competition because, well, also Georgie was fighting against, you know, certain stigmas. I don't know. Georgie was fighting against a lot here, so maybe it just wasn't going to work out for that reason because the perceptions that he had created with the other coaches here.
Yeah, and I mean, think about this. Brian Gutierrez, his competition is the guy that they just signed from Atlas. He has that over his head. And I don't know if that kicked in for him to, you know, start winning games or play better. Or whatever it is, it's working. And, I mean, if he keeps playing like this, if he keeps getting better, I don't know how you could justify putting in Jairo Torres on the lineup and putting Brian Gutierrez on the bench.
If he keeps creating like that, if he keeps clicking with Shaqiri,
clicking with Duran.
Clicking with Duran. I mean, he got an assist from Durant to Durant for sure.
Yeah. You know, and if he keeps doing that, if he keeps getting better, you know, you can't justify him putting him on the bench. You just can't. You know? And the only way I can see Jairo Torres working out is if Shaqiri gets injured and they need a number 10. Because, you know, you have Chris Mueller on one end, you have Brian Gutierrez on the other end, you have Shaqiri in the middle, and then you have John Duran up front. Unless one of those guys get hurt, those three midfielders get hurt, I don't see Jairo Torres coming in on the lineup.
Yeah, that's basically, and then after him, Fabian Herpers. Yeah, you're right. Like, it's almost getting to that point where it's going to take an injury to make that happen.
And then you also have to expect, like, well, is Jairo Torres going to perform at the same level as Brian Gutierrez or better? Is he going to be the guy that sets up plays, that sets up assists? You know, because what's the point of having him on the lineup if he can't provide that? No. But like I said, I want Jairo Torres to work out. I really do. Because you know, one day that Ezra decides to change the formation, imagine having the midfielder looking like Chris Mueller, Shaqiri, Jairo Torres, Brian Gutierrez, and up front playing two strikers, Duran and maybe Shaboko or someone else, and then the four in the back line. But then that'll be too attacking. That's too much attacking minded for Ezra, because Ezra likes to play defensively.
He's figuring it out. He's definitely figuring. I mean, you had an outpouring of goals last game, and maybe it's because of the personnel, but maybe it's because of Ezra's tactics. Like that's what we're talking about. I don't know which it is.
Maybe Ezra is one of those coaches that, you know, it's a late bloomer, you know, that might have like a horrible first half and out of nowhere he figures it out. And, you know, because if you really think about it, the guy has taken a lot of criticism with his formation, with his tactics, with his player management, you know, situation. But the thing is that maybe now he's figuring out. Maybe he's just telling the guys something different in the locker room. You know, or maybe the guys are finally figuring out how to use Ezra's formation. You know, because now if you think about it, on the offensive side, it's like you got a guy like Duran that could literally run circles around the defense. Like, you know, the worst thing for a defender is if someone lobs a through ball over your head, and then the fastest guy on the opposite team is bolting past you. You know, so yeah, now we have that kind of attacking force up front. You know, we didn't have that with Shaboko, and as much as Ezra tried to use Shaboko, I guess he realized that Shaboko's not going to give him that type of offense that Ezra wants.
And it's about time. We saw the flashes, and we're glad that Ezra saw them too and responded to them.
Yeah, I mean, even in preseason, you could kind of see that, you know, Durant had some talent. I've watched some of the preseason games, especially the one against Toronto. Durant had a couple of clear chances to score. His finishing wasn't there, which I don't really put a lot of stock to it, because the guy, the kid's only 18 years old, 17, I don't know, 18 years old at that time. So, well, he's still 18 years old, but he was still learning the ropes on the MLS. But now it looks like he's really coming along, and with the fact that one thing that happened too is, I think one of the smartest thing the Fire did was not start Durant right off the bat, just because he finally showed up from Colombia after a year of being transferred to the Fire and waiting until he was 18. I like the fact that they kind of eased him in to that striker role, coming in as a second half sub, and then finally giving him the starting lineup. And then look what happens. He scores 2 goals. So yeah. What about your perspective?
I was thinking more so about Ronaldo at the moment, and how he seems to want out of Manchester United, and to me it makes sense.
Well, Manchester United has a new head coach, and from all accounts, it sounds like he's a hard ass.
Ten Hag, yeah, and so I wonder. I don't wonder that, but who's gonna want Ronaldo right now? Where is he gonna go?
Yeah, who wants that kind of distraction on their team?
Yeah, I mean, that is a distraction in a way.
And that's the thing, is that any team that has Ronaldo, they pretty much has to cater to him.
They do. And Manchester United now is in that position where they have a coach who's like, I am not going to cater to Ronaldo.
And wasn't this coach, didn't he used to coach Ajax?
Yes, he did.
So think about this. You have a Dutch coach that's coming from probably, arguably, one of the best football academies in the world, coaching a Manchester United, and you have to wonder, the same thing that he probably trains these young players not to be flashy, not to be overconfident, is probably that same mentality he's taking to Manchester United. It's like he's going back to basics.
I don't know, and rumor was Atletico Madrid was coming in for him, and then Real Madrid's going to be like, oh, they're going to be put in the same Manchester United position.
Yeah, I mean, anytime, like I said, it's Cristiano Ronaldo's a delicate situation. Look what's going on in PSG. You have Neymar, you have Messi, you have Mbappe, or you had Mbappe. You had that situation. That became pretty much a dumpster fire.
So what is going on there? Can you explain? Is that falling apart?
I don't think they're getting the same productivity from Messi that they used to get in Barcelona. I guess you could say there's too many Chiefs, not enough Indians. You have too many egos to contain.
Yep.
You have a lot of guys that want to be ball winners, and they want to be the guy that strikes the goal. So that's kind of the situation in PSG. I mean, I don't know. I mean, come on, if you think about it, that midfield is cluttered. You got Messi, you got Mbappe, you got Cristiano Ronaldo. You have 3 guys that are gonna fight to be on that score sheet.
Not Cristiano Ronaldo. Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, right?
Yeah, there you go. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm thinking of Manu. Yeah, Mbappe, Messi, and Neymar. So think about that. Those guys want to be on the score sheet. They're gonna want to take the ball by themselves. So that pretty much kind of ruins any game plan any head coach will put up. You know, and this is one of those things where you kind of need a head coach that doesn't take any crap. You almost need like an Alex Ferguson type head coach.
Right?
You know,
that is the type of coach you need. The one who can make those. That's why I like Jose Mourinho. That's why I like Jose.
You know, I grew up liking Manchester United when I was younger, but I'm talking about when Eric Cantona used to play.
Oh, yeah.
You know, to me, Eric Cantona, I don't care what anybody says. To me, first of all, he's a legend right off the bat, and he's probably my all-time favorite player yeah, he is my all-time favorite player for Man U. Maybe even my favorite all-time player of all time. So, you know, and the fact that Alex Ferguson managed to control, I wouldn't say control him, but he managed to, I guess you could say, unleash him. I mean, it's amazing. And not only that, but he also had to manage the egos of Ryan Giggs, of David Beckham, of Roy Keane, you know.
Oh, my God, Roy.
You know, the Neville brothers.
Yeah.
Dennis Irwin. You know, later on, what's the guy's name? Oh, man.
That's a great number of characters that you have to manage.
Yeah. Teddy Sheringham. You had Dwight York, you know. And if you think about it, it's like he had to manage all of that, and he made it work. So Manchester United, or even PSG, they needed Alex Ferguson type of manager. Not someone that's going to get pushed around by the players. Someone that's going to push the players. And that always seems to be the hardest part, because we've seen coaches try to do that, and then they just pretty much lose the locker room.
And then they lose the locker room. They push too hard, and look at Jurgen Klopp though. He kind of knows how to stroke that locker room. Just put it in its right spot, so it's doing all the right things.
You know, and you know, thinking of, if you're looking at the Fire, you know, we were. I mean, I'm gonna admit. I mean, I was calling for Ezra's head after Columbus.
They're in last place. We're like, give up on the plan. It's over.
And the thing about it is that I was kind of a little bit in disbelief, because you have, you know, I don't know so much about his assistant Junior Gonzalez, but the fact that you have Frank Lopez and CJ Brown, two guys that have seen success with the Fire. Like, I had like, you have that kind of, you have two guys that bring so much experience and so much, I guess you could say, aura of success from past Fire teams. You know, and somehow you still can't convince that locker room or that team to win or learn how to win.
Something had to give.
Something had to give, like, you know. Frank Lopez has managed the Fire team before. He knows he has had a little bit of success. CJ Brown has been involved in every major trophy the Fire has won.
That's one heck of a stat, chat. I mean, that's one heck of a stat. Chat, I mean, you got to hang in there for these types of things sometimes. You got to dig deep for some of these situations. The Chicago Fire were in that very situation this season.
I mean, after the Columbus game, it almost felt like the Fire, got their, pretty much got kicked to the ground and stomped on. Like,
they could have given up. They could have very easily just thrown in the towel right then and there. But I never really thought that Chicos or Shaqiri would let that.
That's the thing, is like, when you have a guy like Cicho's on talking about him being the leader, and seeing that through little snippets of video, it's like, how the hell is this team not clicking with that kind of leadership?
Right?
So
with Chico's, with Shaqiri, the stuff that I was seeing in those videos that were released on the Chicago Fire's YouTube, the no little feats or whatever they're called.
Yeah,
No
you
little
know,
plans.
so it's like, and then you know, She-Hulk is such a good player. It's like the fact that you have him as a leader on the field. It's like what's going on, you know? It's like after the Columbus game, I feel like the Fire got kicked in the balls and just getting kicked in the face too. But look what's going on now. We're going through what some people might call a winning streak.
It's huge. We're not used to that type of thing.
And I think someone mentioned that this is probably the longest winning streak we had since 2017.
Wow. That's well, that's something. Damn. 2017. And what is it? It's a 3-game win streak. 3 games.
Just 3 games. Imagine that.
This is a little concerning, but you know what? That's good for us right now. Sucks for us in the past. And part of the reason that they couldn't string those types of wins together consecutively, they had trouble on the road.
No, exactly. They had trouble on the road. They always seem to really struggle on the road. Now, whether or not they exercised those demons last Saturday, that has yet to be seen. You know,
it kind of seems like it's possible that they might be okay on the road. I'm not entirely too sure yet because I mean, like they only got the 2 wins.
Yeah, and the thing is that if they really want to blow us out of the water and make, you know, a lot of people believers, not only would you have to win on Saturday, but you also have to make a statement versus Charlotte FC. If they make that statement against Charlotte FC, now you have to think to yourself, how far can this team go? You know, and if you think about it, there's been a lot of shakeups on the East. You know, New York just lost Tati Castellanos to La Liga to a team in La Liga. Was it Girona FC?
To a loan because they didn't think that they can get enough for him in MLS.
You know, so
which is interesting.
So you know, New York just just pretty much sold out their best player,
and also the league leading goal scorer.
Yep. So you have to wonder how that situation in New York is gonna develop.
Tati and Driussi are both. I'm not sure where Driussi plays, but they're both the league leaders in goals with 13. Chicago Fire's league leader, team leader is Shaqiri. Ah! I'm sorry, I got scared. I'm playing a video game and I got scared the shit out of me. Something just launched itself at me.
Wow.
And it's invisible and I can't see it and it's terrifying. Chat, what's up, chat? I'm going to start the Premier League podcast on YouTube. That's going to be fun.
Man, they should make a podcast.
This is a podcast in a way.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I want to make it more official and just like have like a desk with a giant microphone and just shooting.
DPG, do it. I'll tell you what you need to do to get set up, man.
Nah. I don't want to make one. I want to join or be like a special guest. Because to talk about all things fire.
That is the thing.
So, yeah. What do you think about Saturday?
Well, let's see. Who are we playing now?
Atlanta.
I think that right now you chalk that up as a loss, and anything other than that is bonus points.
But you know, the thing about Atlanta is that the Fire generally do pretty good versus Atlanta when they play in Chicago. You know, last year they beat Atlanta 3-0.
They did.
Chicago.
They've had surprising results against Atlanta.
You know, so I mean, I don't know how long that, I guess that little momentum's gonna last, but I mean, I'm hoping it lasts past Saturday.
I'm not sure though.
I mean, if you think about it, right now Atlanta has issues too.
Yeah, they've been struggling. I mean, because when I look at the upcoming schedule, it's a super tough schedule, but Atlanta is part of that tough schedule that I look at, and I think that they're tough, but they're the only team that's actually struggling and they're below the table, and they're lower than the Fire.
Yeah, Joseph Martinez hasn't really scored like he used to. I mean, that man, you know, at one point, that guy, you couldn't stop that guy from scoring.
What do you think's going on there with Joseph? Injuries catching up with him?
I think a combination of injuries, a combination of a revolving door with the head coaches, or just the front office, probably taking a toll on the team. You know, you had a lot of, you know, that, you know, inaugural season for Atlanta, you had a lot of good players. You had the one guy they sold to Newcastle. I freaking forgot his name. And then, you know, you had a failure with Barcode. So I guess they couldn't really keep up with that type of momentum. So we'll see what happens. You know, not to mention the Fire took out their, you know, U.S. men's hopeful and Atlanta center back Robinson.
He's gone?
Well, and the last time the Fire played against Atlanta in Atlanta, which was earlier this year, I think he tore an ACL or something.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's brutal.
So now you have to wonder whether or not, you know, how leaky is that Atlanta defense now.
It's going to be. And also the pressures that we saw this Chicago Fire with John Duran at the helm, at that number 9 position, the pressures that he was able to put on these teams. It's unlike anything the Chicago Fire have been doing for the first 14, 15 games of the season. Even when Duran typically came in, they played push-a-bilko ball. Once they start playing Duran ball, I think we're going to start seeing something magical here.
Yep. It's like, it's not only that, but it's like, if Duran gets the ball, all of a sudden everybody forgets about Chris Mueller, everybody forgets about Brian Gutierrez.
Exactly, because Duran has such pace and he's got ability to go at you too. He's got some flair, it seems.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, Duran passes the ball to one of those two guys, and all of a sudden you're like, oh wait, I forgot to cover that guy. You know. So it's just things like that is you know, Duran does that for the team. He pulls away guys from you know, Mueller, Gutierrez, even Shaqiri. But yeah.
Even Shaqiri, I think that's how Shaqiri's going to work best. And remember,
Yeah.
I remember you saying that too. We need Shaqiri to be more of that complement, more of that extra bonus sweetness. And when he could do that, that's when we're going to see Shaqiri work his magic.
Yeah, because currently, you know, a guy, you know, Chris Mueller is pretty much the workhorse on that offense. You know, and now we're seeing that from Duran too.
Yes.
But the fact is that if you put 2 or 3 guys, let's say 2 guys on Mueller, 2 guys on Duran, who's gonna be watching Gutierrez and Shaqiri? You're gonna put an attacking midfielder to watch them? Hell no. So, just, you know, thinking about that is you always want a guy that will take away attention from everybody else.
Yes. The compliment.
You know, and we saw that too. Look what happened when Shaqiri made that goal last weekend, and you could tell that everybody was busy watching Duran, everybody was busy watching Mueller and Gutierrez, and for some odd reason, they gave Shaqiri so much room that he just said, "You know what? I'm just gonna shoot the ball," and boom, Fire score. So yeah,
Frankie de Jong, has he left Barcelona yet? I don't think so.
You'd be surprised the amount of guys that will be hidden, like that you forget about, that play for Real Madrid or Barcelona, and then you realize they're on their bench.
Do we is Christian Pulisic moving out of away from Chelsea anytime soon?
I think he might.
Because I'm reading that Timo Werner might be.
I mean, if you think about it, and then I think Chelsea just signed a midfielder too, right?
That's what I thought. I felt like Chelsea signed a player that could potentially replace Christian Pulisic, or at least push for him.
Oh yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. If you're gonna bring a guy that's gonna compete with your spot, and granted, he might be more talented than you. It might be time for you to move.
Chat's saying that Atlanta does have a lot of players out with Achilles or ACL injuries right now, so that might help Chicago. By the way.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the issue with Atlanta. But even then, like, the Fire have been in Atlanta when they're at full strength, anyways.
Right. So
at the same time, I don't want the Fire to get overconfident and be like, okay, well, half the team is on injury. It's gonna be a cakewalk.
Right.
I want her to play confident, but stay focused at the same time.
Do you know who Jules Koundé is? Have you heard of Jules Koundé?
No.
Okay,
who is that?
I don't know. They're talking about him in world football, and I've never heard of him.
No, we talk about world football. The one guy that I'm pretty high on right now is Ryan Gravenberch, the guy that you signed to Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich. Let me take a look. Bayern Gravenberch.
Ryan
Heinrich, Bayern Munich. What position?
He plays as a midfielder, probably defensive midfielder.
All right, mid. Gravenberch, yeah, Ryan Gravenberch. I've heard of him.
Yeah. Last year he was in Ajax. Now he got sold to Bayern.
Oh wow, that's a massive upgrade.
I wonder if I got a feeling he might be the breakout star in the World Cup.
Wow. What do you think he's going to do? Do you think he's going to score goals or just kind of be like that Thomas Mueller from 2010 or whatever year that was?
I mean, he could score. He might be kind of a Thomas Mueller that could score.
I thought you said he's a defensive midfielder, right?
Yeah, but he likes to, he also likes to do a little playmaking.
Okay, all right.
So, and then he's relatively young. He's only like 18, 19, 20. You got players that always, that start off in one position and then next thing you know, they end up becoming all-stars in another position. But yeah. But on that note, I'm going to call it a night.
All right, DPG.
I'll be at the Fire game. I'll be at the Fire game on Saturday.
Yes.
Yes, and it's the first time I'm going to take my son to a Fire game, so.
Dude, have fun. Congrats. Be safe.
Will do. And you too. Go Fire.
Go Fire. All right, DPG. That was DPG 10-year season ticket holder, 10-year plus. It's then growing. Thanks for joining us here on Spit and Fire. Chat, what is going on? Why is part of my... Guys, I can't see some of what you're writing. My OBS says partially having some issues. So let me pull up this. Chat, Archduke! Christopher McPeak! Konor No Sucker! What's up, chat? You guys are the best in the world. What's going on, everybody? Conor saying he's going to start a weekly Premier League podcast on YouTube. That could be fun. Christopher, I got the docs on Friday and tomorrow for me. Good luck, buddy. I got my buddy, one of my buddies going through similar stuff. Not through with the hands and stuff, but like, gotta see those docs. So prayers for you, prayers for buddy, prayers for my buddy, prayers for people out in the world going through similar situations as well. It is, and it sucks, but I'm glad to hear that you're going to be able to get that taken care of, or at least get that attended to, because that needs to happen. That's good. Don't even worry about news. Just let's focus on the fact that the issues will be addressed, and it'll be upwards and onwards. That we'll be able to aim for improvement. A lot of Atlanta players. Jules Koundé played for Sevilla. He joined Barcelona today or yesterday, and he was a rock in La Liga. I was wondering who this Jules Koundé is. Well, it sounds like he's going to be part of Barcelona's front three. Is he some sort of striker or forward player? I mean, is he going to compete with Vinicius Jr. over in Real Madrid? He's a winger. I kind of need... I don't think I have any projectiles. So it might be worth my time to grab like a crossbow.
Not finished yet.
He's a center back. Okay, so he's not going to compete with the part of Barcelona's front three. So that's interesting. Koundé, backline guy. Light crossbow. That's okay. Well, that's interesting. Kind of intrigued by these. I want to get these new. Let's take a look at our equipment. See how good or bad it is. Okay, that's good. It's pretty good. Wow, there's a couple threes in there. That's pretty good. All right, so what are you all about?
Finished yet.
Not that great. Not that great. Really not that great. Right? Am I wrong? Yeah, I got all these nice little resist. Look at that, yeah. Over here. 6, 5, 7, 6 in the 4s. I don't think those are...
Yet.
Yeah, I don't think you have any upgrades for me, and I'm just trying to min-max. Yeah, nothing there. And yeah, nothing there. All right, let's get out of here. Hey, I'm in the confines of a local... Oh, yeah, I missed that comment earlier, Archduke. You're the local Drury Inn. The scent of invasive floodwater is not appealing. Was linked to Chelsea, just like Chicago Fire striker, goalkeeper. Interesting. Damn, everybody having some issues, guys. Let's buckle up. I will turn on the positivity and let it shine. Let it shine. Oh, can we get up there? Oh, let it shine. Where's this motherfucker that we know is somewhere? He's looking. Oh, this is interesting. This is cool. Can we go up here? Oh, that bow and arrow guy, he's up to no good. Woo! Alright, got up and out of there. Chat. I wonder if there's here's we got a Naraka. Oh, hello, hello. What are you all about? Yellow ember. And maybe I can roll through the door. Ah! Ah! Rats! 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 They're poison! No fun, chat. My home got flooded in the St. Louis flood. Dude. Is it bad? That sucks, man. That's brutal. When I lived near the Mississippi River in college, we had to deal with those, with floods often from the Mississippi. Could be absolutely miserable some weeks. Absolutely terrible to shut down commerce. Shut shut down school for a day. Could easily do that. Yep, I hear rats. I hear danger. Yeah, man. Floods, no bueno to deal with. No fun. Okay, I don't want to deal with these guys. What I do want to find is... I thought that there might be some sort of room or site of grace. That'd be the play. Timo Werner. I wonder if Christian Pulisic is moving. Kyler Murray's study hall clause is so unorthodox, and not a single executive or coach reached by Yahoo Sports could even recall or even hear, could ever recall hearing of such language inserted into such a high-profile deal. Kyler Murray has to study 4 hours a week. A new map has been found. Oh, cool. I got it. All right, cool. We got the Meeping Peninsula unlocked. How do I... Yeah. Let's go that way, chat. Into the danger zone. Highway into the danger zone. Oh, there's a fire. How did I miss that? Interesting. We're inside a little zone. Oh, definitely need to be here, chat. All right. Oh, you're a big rat. Oh, you're a big one. Oh, she's a big one, ain't she? Oh, look at that. Probably got to get up there sometime soon. Oh, cool. Oh, what are you all about? Have I been there? Yes. Okay, I've been there. So we'll push around. Well, what the fuck is this thing? It's terrifying. Okay, thank goodness. It dies with these. Oh no! Shoot him! See ya. Get him out. Slice him up. Gonna go for the mullet. And hoping to get Tati up soon and get ear pierced. A tatty, a tatty, a tatty, a tat-tat. A rat-a-tat-tat. And exactly a week to my birthday, it's like Thursday afternoon. Happy almost birthday. Let's go, Christopher. Dude, you're gonna be, dude, think about it this way. You're gonna go to the dock, get up and feeling better and be trending on the upwards. Figure out what's going on there, and that they're gonna be able to start addressing those stuff. Boom, birthday comes around. We are improving. Things are on the up and up. Bada bing, bada boom. Summer is in full effect. This looks a little creepy. Not gonna lie. Little flame crest wooden shield. I'll take that. Little nervous here, chat. Are you dangerous? Doesn't matter. I imagine you are. You got a sword. You have to be dangerous. Nope. Not dealing with you. Hello? Mrs. Spittingfire? What's going on? No, the rats! Slice them up. Danger. Of course, I walk away. I tried those. It hasn't done anything, but hopefully they got options. Exactly. That's the thing. They're gonna have different methods. They're gonna have different ways. They're gonna figure out what else could be, you know, needs to be attended to and fixed and figured out. Got a medical family. I've been there. And sometimes you gotta figure this stuff out. Doctors don't always know. They need the information. You gotta give them the information so they can make moves. How about that rickety bridge? What do you think that the answer is, chat? Blue. I mean yellow. Little Monty Python bit. Can we do it? Oh, I thought you would make it. Oh. Chat, not a good place to lose my runes. That is what we call... I fucking made a mistake. Alright, I made a mistake, chat. Where are my fucking runes? Oh my goodness gracious, chat. Where the fuck are my runes? Oh my god. Oh goodness gracious. This is gonna be epic adventure. I have to make sure we don't die en route. This is actually fraught with danger. Because right now if I die, I lose those souls. I am not pleased. Go on, go on. Right on through to the other side. Head on through. Dig on through. Alright, come on, come on, come on. Be up top. Be up top. Yes! Okay, game changer. Huge save. I did jump from high. Was a mistake. Paid the price. Alright. Free souls. Let's beat this rat. See what's going on there. Oh shit, shit. Wow, they're good. Coming for you, rat. Whoa. That's right. Rat. Sliced up, taken care of. Okay, take care of your rat problem for you, miss. Alright, what's going on over here? Call me the exterminator. They probably got to do many tests. And I probably got to do all that, but You know what? Whatever it takes, brother. The rats that tried to jump on you after one every game, dude, they were going after me. I did not. I was like, ooh. One of my favorite things, though, these dragons. All right, we are in new territory. Let's go this way into dangerous territory, I believe. What is that, 2? Yes. We're going. We're marauding, chat. We're marauding through the beast. It's a dangerous place to be. An Elden Ring. I don't know where we're going. Uh-oh. That's sure death. So we will not go that way. And instead we will move towards survivability. Yes, chat. Oh, we go around the bend. Right? Is this where we want to go, I think? No, we don't. Look, we want to go up there. We want to go to the right. So we want to go that way. That's the way around. That's where we go. Alright, you got it, dude. Never had... Oh. Yeah, you got it. These are things you need to do to be able to live in a society. And also, they'll protect you in the long run.
Well.
Well. Is this Konor?
It is.
Konor, no sucker! What's up, brother?
What's up?
Dude, just jamming on some Fortnite. No, I'll play some Elden Ring, dude. It's been a blast.
Yeah.
How you been, man? How's Cucho Hernandez's life been treating you?
Well, it's been going. I got an away day to Charlotte on Saturday.
Are you going?
Yay. No. 12 hours.
But
No.
the crew is gonna be there.
Mm-hmm. Or Panthers FC, as I like to call them.
Right.
Because they play in... Never mind.
The Panthers FC.
Mm-hmm. Well, got some new teams going on my side of the YouTubes.
Oh,
new
yeah?
teams. Yep.
What are you thinking?
So, I'm getting into Premier League this season.
Yes. Well, who's gonna be your team? Do you have a team?
I've been watching the league for 2 years, but I say Arsenal, quote unquote, is my team. So I bought myself. I bought a birthday gift for myself last week, a week early.
Nice.
And bought myself a 21-22 Emily Smith Rowe Arsenal home jersey.
Ooh.
Should be in this week. And decided to treat myself before my 19th tomorrow.
Wait, so what's the number? What's the name and number?
Amelie Smith Rowe, number 10.
Who is this guy?
He's attacking midfield.
So he starts for them? What's his name?
Amelie
Amelie
Rowe.
Smith Rowe?
Mm-hmm.
He's Arsenal's number 10.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's a sick jersey. I gotta see this. Arsenal wiki.
It would be. I bought the red one with the collar.
Players: Amelie Smith Rowe, English, born 2000, 22 years old, represents England already. And he has, he has 55 appearances at Arsenal already?
Mm-hmm.
And this kid's 22?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And he's the number, and they let him, when did he get the number 10 jersey?
I'm not sure. I started watching the Premier League during the 2021 season, and ever since I started watching, he's wearing the number 10, I believe. Well, on FIFA he plays on the left wing, but being a number 10, you would usually play that attacking mid position. But I believe the Norwegian Martin Ødegaard plays the attacking midfielder position.
Oh, that's right, Odegaard. Odie's going to be there. That's going to be exciting.
And
Arsenal have a nice young team.
They signed Gabriel Jesus, the Brazilian.
Wow, I like that.
And Matt Turner's there. Leno. It's either Leno or Lono. Their backup keeper is actually linked with a move to Fulham. And Fulham right now is in need of a goalkeeper. And if these rumors turn out to be true and Leno's on his way to Fulham, then that means Turner moves up to that second string keeper. He could see some cup time in the Carabao Cup fixtures early in the season.
Wait,
which
so
is
right
good.
Now, Evan Turner is the third string goalkeeper?
Yes, Matt Turner is third string. But
why? Why would you take that? I would rather be starting. Because with starting, you're going to get playing time. And playing time, you're going to get, I don't know, to me.
Well, I just said that Leno, Arsenal's backup, is linked with the move to Fulham. A newly promoted team. So if he's out the door, then Turner gets bumped up a spot on the depth chart, and he gets some cup games, which would be vital. And then you look at Zach Steffen, on the other hand, who got loaned to Middlesbrough in the championship.
Do you think that's a better situation?
Yes, because he's playing. He's going to see regular minutes. Right now, when I look at the national team, and when I put on my national team glasses here, right now, the number one spot is Turner's to lose, in my opinion. And then Zach Steffen, number two. And as of right now, it's Sean Johnson, because Ethan Horvath didn't look great against the game against El Salvador. Now, granted, it was a shitty field, and the goal he gave up wasn't his fault. But I think he's out of the equation right now. And New York City's defense isn't helping out Sean Johnson, so that's making Sean Johnson look bad because, you know, they're letting all these goals get through.
Yeah, Sean Johnson doesn't strike me as like he's the backup to the backup to the backup to USMNT. I see Gago Sonina being able to go in there and do more than Sean Johnson's going to be able to do, even though
This year?
that might not be correct because this coming soon.
You cut out.
Coming soon, I think. Uh-oh, am I still cutting out?
I lost you for like a half a second.
Oh shoot, I'm sorry. Oh
You're
shoot.
good. You're good now.
Yeah, I think that Gaga's gonna easily overlap a lot of those players real quickly here.
So, let's say, would you say, for now, would you say that Turner and Steffen they pretty much are penciled in for 1 and 2 for November? And
Yes, it seems that way.
who would you call in for that third spot?
Gaga.
Because I don't know.
Because he's
I
going to
don't
be
know.
there for 2026. Have the eye for 2026 and bring Gaga.
He's not going to play, but I think it would be good to get him around these guys and get him in a camp. You know what I think they should do? Is, you know how we had the 2 friendlies in Europe against Saudi Arabia and Japan? Did you know that?
No.
Well, we have 2 friendlies coming up in the September international window. One against Japan and one against Saudi Arabia. I say, why not just call in Gaga Salina and have him train and have him sit the bench and let him watch and learn from Matt Turner and Zach Steffen.
Right.
Because it's not going to hurt him to learn from seasoned professionals.
Oh my God, it couldn't hurt at all. That's why we've heard on different podcasts them saying that Chicago Fire should think about bringing Brad Guzan in.
Isn't he injured right now?
But think about that. I don't know if he's injured, but he's the starter for Atlanta. Why would he want to come to a different situation like Chicago and back up Gaga Sonina? I'm not sure, but to get that type of player to be helping with Gaga's development could be very helpful, I would think.
Mm-hmm. And then in other news, Chris Richards officially signed with Crystal Palace today. I think that move is very beneficial for Chris Richards. Get him some playing time.
He's a center back.
If he can stay healthy. Mm-hmm. If he can stay healthy. Because right now, I just don't see I think Walker Zimmerman's a lock in the center back position right now. But I just don't see Aaron Long doing well in a World Cup situation against teams like Wales, where you have to go up against Gareth Bale and Aaron Ramsey and a 6'6" striker named Moore. Again, I would hate to see what Harry Kane and Raheem Sterling would do to him. And then for Iran, they may attack and push up a little bit more. I don't know much about Iran. But I would much rather see a Walker Zimmerman, Cameron Carter-Vickers center back pairing back there, because I think those two can develop a chemistry like him and like Zimmerman and Miles Robinson had before he tore his ACL.
I feel like he has the pace to be able to deal with players in the modern game.
Who?
The guy both center backs you're talking about, who are going to
Zimmerman,
start. Yeah, Zimmerman and Carter Vickers.
I got nothing against Walker Zimmerman. He's one of our best defenders.
Absolutely,
But
he might not be the fastest, but he can hang enough to create a challenge. He's big, he's strong, he can outmuscle you.
And then we'll have Serginho Dest back. We'll have Anthony Robinson on the left.
That'll be
Serginho
huge.
Dest on the right.
Dest is huge to get back.
Could you imagine how fun that's going to be? We have Robinson on the left, Dest on the right, and then we have. I'm trying to think who would be our center defensive mid. Who would be our defensive mid in that position? Do we really? Okay, so hypothetically, this would be my starting 11 for the World Cup. Okay, so turn and goal. Zimmerman, Cameron Carter-Vickers as your center backs. Anthony Robinson on the left.
Okay.
Serginho Dest on the right.
Jedi
Tyler
Robinson on the left. I like that.
And then you put Serginho Dest on the right.
Yep.
That's his natural position. That's the position he plays at Barca. And then you put Tyler Adams as your defensive man. You put Brendan Aronson up top as your attacking midfielder. And then right beside Adams and Aronson, Winston McKennie. Up top right now, let's see, on the, I don't know.
Pulisic, Weah.
I'm trying to think, because does Musa, is he a midfielder, or does he play
He's a
on the wing?
midfielder. Ahmad Musa is a midfielder.
So I'm thinking Adam.
Good night, chat.
I'm trying to think. Do you bring Musa
Yeah,
on as a super sub?
if you can.
Well, Musa's a lot. Musa's one of my favorite players. So is Timmy Weber. You put Pulisic on the right, Way on the left, and then striker. That's an open. That's anybody's position. You can put anybody up there right now. But my go-to striker right now, I'm trying to think of who we have. Let's see, we got Pepe, Pefok, Ferreira. right. What else do we got? Trying to think. You know what? Fuck it. I would put Tim Weah up there as a false 9 and put Musa on the right on the left wing. Fuck it. That's what I would do. You wouldn't put Weah up there as a striker.
No, wait. You could play Weah as a striker. Yeah.
That's why I said false 9. I don't think the false 9 works in Greg's favor. And then, controversial, but we're going to have Gio Reyna back too. I forgot to mention that. You bring on Gio Reyna as a super sub, either at halftime or in the 60th minute, and just let him dominate that midfield. Just let him have fun. Play his game.
Yeah. But is he gonna be ready in time?
He's training with Dortmund. He's in full training with Dortmund right now.
What about Juventus midfielder?
Weston McKennie?
McKennie.
He came on as a sub the Juventus's last few games last season. And he played in the June games. I don't know if you remember. But yeah. I think when we have a box-to-box midfielder like McKennie who can defend and who can get up in the attack, the thing, that's my dogs are going nuts.
You yelling out?
I just did that. I don't know what they're barking at. It's 10:02 at night. Thing I like about McKennie is he's a box-to-box midfielder. He can defend.
Yeah.
They can push it up, but where he's most dangerous is in the air. Oh my God!
He's strong.
The way he had the ball.
He's ferocious.
Yes. It's like trying to think. He scored against El Salvador off a corner in Minnesota. If we can use his height and strength to our advantage on set pieces, look out. Because if he has a good look for a header, he's gonna take it. That's just the way he plays. And I like Winston McKennie. He's one of my favorite players. Go ahead.
I like him too. Yeah.
And then, trying to think. I don't know. It just seems weird because it seemed like for the longest time, Jesus Ferreira was our lock at that number 9, and then his form is starting to dip. And then we have
he never struck me as a sure thing, but
and then we have the European guys who are starting their season either next week or the week after. You know who I would love to see redeem himself and just go on an absolute tear to start the season?
Who?
Jordan Pefok. He moved from Young Boys in the Swiss Super League to Union Berlin in the Bundesliga. And that is a great move for him. And I think he's going to score in the Bundesliga. The Bundesliga is no joke. It really isn't. But if he can get in and score early, say he has 4 or 5 goals by September, then there's no doubt in my mind that Berhalter has to call him up for the September window. That's my opinion. But
it's interesting. Dude, I'm so excited. World Cup is coming up. That might... what's the other English team? Isn't there another English team? Where is this, what is it? The Robin Hood, Nottingham Forest play?
Nottingham?
Yeah.
They're in England.
I know, of course they're in England, but What is their, they got just promoted, right?
Yes, they did. They have him at Nottingham Forest, AFC Bournemouth, and Fulham. That just got promoted.
Wow.
Oh shit! You know who I completely forgot about? At center back, plays at Fulham. Tim Ream.
Tim Ream. Promoted. He's been there forever, too.
I mean, he's an older guy, but you know, it wouldn't hurt to call him in to a camp and he can teach these young guys and say, look, this is what made me successful, and this is what got me promoted several times.
Do you think it's worth bringing him to the World Cup?
Not the World Cup, because he ain't gonna play if we go to the World Cup. His form starts to dip with age. The older you get, the more your body starts to catch up to you.
Right.
And I think he's pushing 40.
Holy.
No, I could be wrong. I think he's like 37, 38. Somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm. That's up
And
there.
then I watched...
For a professional.
And then I watched a little bit of our CONCACAF under-20s games. And I'm telling you what, Paxton Aronson plays exactly like his older brother. I mean, they are so similar in their playing style.
Are you sure that they're similar? I was reading an article that said that they had subtle differences to their game.
To me, from the little bits of the games that I saw, Paxton plays like Brendan. Can't talk. Who's the kid? Can't think of the name. He was a dual national. He plays for Louisville City in the USL Championship. I think his last name is Gomez. Does that ring a bell?
No. Does not.
I can't think of his name. I know. Yeah, he was a Mexican dual national, and he ended up choosing the United States over Mexico.
It's not ringing a bell for me.
I think it's Louisville City. I don't know. I do not know.
I'm not entirely sure. Oh shit.
Yeah, it's exciting times.
Dude, it's exciting because we made the World Cup. That's what matters. At least we're in it. A couple years ago when we weren't in it, that was miserable.
And yeah, as of right now, come World Cup time, I plan on doing the live streams for all of our games, regardless of how far we make it, if something dramatic doesn't happen.
Right.
And then the good thing about our World Cup games is, you know how there's some at like 5 in the morning, 8 in the morning, 10 in the morning.
Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy schedule.
All of the United States games are at 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central.
I know, yeah. I'll probably have to figure out like work for those days, but like it's gonna be easier to figure out for that reason.
You want to know what the best thing is?
What do you think?
I'm finished with school. Like
You're
finished
done.
And the week that we play, the week the World Cup starts, that's Thanksgiving week.
Yep.
So like that Monday, we play Wales on a Monday, and then on Black Friday we play England, and then the Monday after Black Friday we play Iran. And you want to know what they're predicting for the Black Friday match versus England?
What is it?
They're predicting it to be the most viewed soccer match in history in the United States.
Oh, really?
Because when people look at this young United States team, even people who don't follow soccer, they watch these games and they, just to see what this team is all about, and then they hear about England, who's like, the world superpower, the big boys on the block, what I mean?
Right.
And it's gonna be so fun to watch. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, and I think that this World Cup, regardless of either if we're out in the semifinals, quarterfinals, group stage, whatever, I think that this World Cup will create a new generation of U.S. soccer fans.
Without a doubt.
Because even people who aren't soccer fans, they hear the names like Christian Pulisic and Winston McKennie and Tyler Adams. They hear these names because they're like shared constantly. And even non-soccer fans know who Christian Pulisic is. I mean, that's a given. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
Will's gonna start caring about soccer for a minute, and USA is going to get swept up in the groundswell.
Were you reading a comment?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I firmly believe that's gonna happen.
No, my prediction is
that's always happens. World gets swept up in the World Cup, and USA is like, oh shit, yeah. And then we're gonna be, the USA is there, extra bonus.
It's like that Keanu Reeves clip from Hot Ones. It's like, look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Or, not Keanu, but Paul Rudd.
That's not Keanu. Who is that?
Paul Rudd.
Why do I feel like I've seen one of his movies before?
You probably have.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Gonna be fun. For those people who don't know me and what I do here, and for those people who don't follow me on the Twitters, or for those of you who do, like yourself, I'm active on the national team Twitter spheres, and I'm active on the crew Twitter spheres a lot. And yeah, I would say for somebody like me, when people ask me, I don't know, I'm trying to think about how to word this. It's like it's crazy to me because people ask me questions now about like the national team and whatnot. It's like I don't know that much.
You become a bit of a subject matter expert, though. I have subject matter experts on my show all the time, so you fit right in.
Well, I'm not, to the level of knowledge as like, tactical manager and Yank Report and, all these guys. But like, I call myself one of the biggest national team fans on this platform.
You think so?
I think so. I know I'm the biggest crew fan on the platform. But yeah. But it's like, and then people ask me all the time. It's like, who's your favorite national team player? It's like, you want me to list them? I have so many. It's not even funny. But yeah, I didn't mean to go off on a rant.
Nah, dude, it's cool. I love it.
But yeah, it's like people ask me who's my favorite player who plays on the national team. It's like, you want me to like list them? Just start naming players off the dome. I don't know.
Did you comment on this Kyler Murray study hall thing? Do you follow NFL? Do you do NFL fantasy football at all?
I did last year with my friends. It was the first time we did it as a group, and everybody picked me dead last to finish in our league. Ended up winning the whole damn thing.
Woo!
I think I went like 10-4 or something like that.
Wow. Are you guys continuing the league this year?
We don't know.
You should. You should get that going right now. You're a month
some-
away.
Yeah, some of us are going to college, and just
Yeah, that's how you guys keep the bros together, though. Keep the hood together, and then you can add new people, add college buds, and all that kind of stuff.
So I drafted 2 quarterbacks in the first round. Got made fun of for it. I drafted Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes in the first round. Well, here's my thinking
And you
behind
still
it.
won the league?
Mhm.
Was it a 2 QB league?
No. We can always start one quarterback. Here's
Wow.
the thing. Here's the crazy thing.
I play in a 2 QB league.
I alternated between Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes week in, week out. I took a look at the projected points, and whoever was projected to get the most, depending on they were playing, that is who's starting this week.
Wow, I like that. Yeah. So you're the two of the best in the game to choose from.
And then one of my friends tried to debut Deebo Samuel, the 49ers wide receiver, and oh my God, he single-handedly won me the league.
He gave you Debo?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I think I had Derrick Henry or something crazy like that.
Oh my goodness.
And he handed me Deebo Samuel. I'm like, you effing idiot.
How did that go down?
I don't remember. Honestly.
You don't remember who did you give him?
I think it was a trade.
Yeah, you had to give a trade. You had to give something to get that. You don't remember who you gave up though?
Oh, I remember now. I drafted Joe Burrow. I drafted Burrow, Mahomes, and Brady.
Jeez.
And the one week I didn't start Joe Burrow, they played the Steelers. Turns out Joe Burrow threw for 5 touchdowns and 450 yards against the Steelers. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Wow.
And then I think he wanted Joe Burrow. I gave him Joe Burrow. I said, you know what, take him. Gave me Debo in return. I'm like, oh, you just gave me a cheat code. Because Deebo Samuel, he plays for a crap team, but
no, he doesn't.
God. Well, 49ers,
they're good.
Yeah. I mean, they got Jimmy G.
He's gone now. They're gonna trade him.
So they're gonna start that kid from North Dakota State, Trey Lance.
Yep, they're gonna start Trey Lance.
Where is Garoppolo on the move to now?
Unknown, but he will be moving.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting stuff. I'm trying to think. College football is a few weeks away, August 27th.
Oh, that's gonna be a big start. Did you hear about USC and UCLA leaving to Big Ten?
Dude, I'm in the heart of Big Ten country right now. I'm in the heart of Big Ten country, and oh boy.
Big news, isn't it?
It was. And then you look, what everybody's, Ohio State, they're like the big boys on the block in my area. Well, in the city of Columbus as a whole. Everybody's talking about the September 3rd night game against Notre Dame. It's the home game, 100,000 people sold out. So quick story. My mom and I looked into getting tickets for that September 3rd game against Notre Dame. Well, lo and behold, we looked last week, and lo and behold, 100,000 tickets sold out instant.
Oh, they're gone.
they're done. We didn't even get a chance to put our hands on them. They're done.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that development.
As soon as tickets were announced and they were put on sale, they were taken.
Well, those will go
Because
real fast.
Any, go ahead.
No, do you think that they'll get Notre Dame in the league? In Big Ten?
That's one. I'm hearing that's one of the things that could possibly happen. I don't know. That's tough because I don't know. That's tough. I don't know.
I see that happening. I see that as likely.
Because the 2020 season, the pandemic season, they joined the ACC for that season. Remember? They joined the Atlantic Coast Conference because they didn't have anybody to play as independent because everybody was playing conference-only games.
No.
Yeah, Notre Dame, September 3rd. It's a 7:30. They say 7:30 Eastern, but they really mean 8 o'clock Eastern. It's a night game. 100,000 people sell out. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Dude, that's gonna be a fun one. Dude, even if you can't get a ticket, maybe you just go to I don't know if anybody in chat's done this before, but to go to a tailgate experience at college football is incredible.
And we were talking about, have you heard of College Game Day?
Yeah.
We were talking about going to Game Day, which Game Day starts here at 9 a.m. Eastern.
Right.
And in order to get a good spot, we would have to start lining up. We would have to leave my house at 4 in the morning and get there by 6 in the morning and stand in line for 4 hours just to stand there and but I don't know, it's gonna be a fun season. College football, I actually prefer college football over the NFL.
Do you? I prefer the NFL.
Not a big college fan.
I enjoy college football, and I'll watch like the final games. I kind of like the Big Ten mostly. I've been to a couple Notre Dame tailgates. Definitely very fun. University of Iowa tailgate before. Very fun.
Have you been to an Illinois tailgate?
Yes. I've been to Western Michigan. I've not been to University of Illinois. No. I've been to a Tulane.
Yeah, actually thinking branching out a little bit, like I did a UFC stream last week. So I'm thinking about branching out a little bit and doing the occasional Ohio State game here and there on the channel. Maybe like 1 game, 2 games, just the big games.
Yeah.
Thinking about doing the Notre Dame game. Just to branch out a little bit. One note before I let you off here. They changed the September 3rd match for the Fire and the Crew.
Yeah, you were talking about that.
They changed the kickoff time from 7:30 Eastern to 5:30 Eastern. I'm assuming that had to accommodate with what was going on across the city later that night. But with the Ohio State Notre Dame game.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna I'm gonna have
Connor, I just destroyed the tree sentinel.
oh no, I don't know what that is.
Absolutely epic battle. Absolutely epic battle I did while I was chatting with you. It was freaking so sick. You should check it out. Oh, it was epic. This guy is hard.
I have never played Elden Ring, and I have no intention.
Have you ever, dude? It is part of the Dark Souls games, and they are the
Never
best
played.
games. They're the best video games. They're amongst the best video games.
Never played Dark Souls.
Oh my god, so much fun.
Anyway.
Upgrade my health, maybe.
I didn't mean to steal your thunder in here.
No, dude, that's what I love it, dude. I'm chatting. We're playing some. It's awesome, dude. I'm having a blast, man.
All right.
I dig talking US men's national team like this. You know, me. You think about changing your channel? You know, let's make Spitting Fire. Change it to Yankee Station, or something silly like that.
I don't know. Before I let you go, the amount. So I've been doing crew games since February. So it's February, March, April, May, June. 6 months, right?
Yeah.
So 6 months. I tweeted out this crazy stat earlier. So just crew content alone, this is just crew content. I have over 4,000 hours of crew live streams.
Yeah. Oh wow.
And I've been doing crew games since the beginning of the season for 166 days. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Because I took to account, I was thinking because I Googled 4,000 hours into days, and it gave me 166 days, which seems about right.
Right.
So it's like, it's insane to me.
Isn't that insane? How much time that is?
Yeah.
It is nuts.
And another thing that's crazy to me, it seems like every live stream I'm gaining like 2 to 4 subs a game.
Let's go.
Which is insane. I'm at 150 right now. I'm hoping the Arsenal content and the weekly live Premier League podcast, along with the audio version of it, brings in some new eyes and ears. And hopefully this little thing that I do as a hobby called Konor Soccer YouTube is slowly gaining a little cult following here.
Keep it going, brother. Archduke saying, would like to see fantasy football, which deducts points for annoying relatives wanting attention.
Always a pleasure.
My league could probably use that. That's funny.
Yeah.
College football made big changes last year when the players became eligible to be paid.
So, the name, image, and likeness deal, they call it the NIL, which means players can make money off their name, their image, and their likeness. So, like, so like an example would be like video games. Like EA is bringing back college football video games next summer, which will be on next gen consoles only. So like Xbox Series X and S and PS5, which I may or may not have to ask for a new next gen console for Christmas. And once that college football video game is up for pre-order that. So another thing that players can do is they can sign sponsorships. Like they can sign to promote, do commercials, stuff like that, and they can get paid for it.
Right.
They can ask for money for their autographs, like if they sign something for you. That's pretty much what this is. This fame, image, and likeness deal is what it is. But
Connor, what late Netflix stuff have you been watching lately? For anything fun?
I
Not necessarily Netflix, but
I don't get on Netflix that much. In fact, I kind of bounce around between streaming services here.
Between what?
Between the multiple streaming services that are at
Ooh.
my disposal. Let's see, Netflix, Paramount, Disney, Hulu. Yes, yeah, we got everything. A show that I've been watching on and off is it's a Netflix show. It's a British Netflix show called Peaky Blinders.
Oh, Peaky Blinders.
Have you heard? You've heard of it?
Oh, I've heard of it. I think I'm near the last season.
I'm like on
Peaky.
season. I'm on season episode 1 because I just watch it off and on.
We do enjoy that show. We haven't seen the newest season.
I
But
think season 6.
So what have you been liking about that show?
Hello. How nice.
I don't know. I just like it, and I like the dark and the gritty and that kind of stuff. And then, have you seen The Boys on Amazon?
I have not seen The Boys.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about.
Dude, you should watch The Boys. It's awesome. It's based off a comic book.
Yeah, that's why I've been told that I might be into it, but it looks really violent. Which I'm okay. I could deal with the violence, but like, you know, I kind of feel like you gotta get prepared for that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And then another older show I've been watching on and off. You remember a show called Oz? It was about a prison.
Yeah, I do remember that old show. One of my best buddy's moms loved that show.
I'm watching that show off and on. I picked it up again recently. See, I do that. I do that with shows. I don't watch them forever, and then I pick them back up, and then I drop them, and then I pick them back up.
Yeah, that happens.
That's a good one. I'm excited for a song, House of the Dragon. In August.
So that's the Game of Thrones, which is George R. Martin, which is Elden Ring. He helped contribute to this.
Did you watch Game of Thrones when it was like in its prime?
I watched all of Game of Thrones when it was in its prime. I actually did not watch Game of Thrones until season 6, and season 7 is right. I started watching in season 6, caught up right as it was ending, and then at season 7, so I was there for everything and to watch season 7 happen live, and it was just awful. It was awful every week.
So, House of the Dragon, this new series, is set 200 years before the events in Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the Targaryens, who are like the main bad guys in Game of Thrones.
Right.
It's about their family. And from what I've watched of the trailer,
it's about the Targaryens.
It's about the Targaryens, however you want to say it.
Right.
And it's about their family, and apparently, from what I could pick up about from this trailer, is they had a civil war with each other. And I don't remember. I need to pick up Game of Thrones again.
I don't know. I wouldn't. Here's the thing about Game of Thrones. I wouldn't even recommend it. I made it through all the way, enjoyed it all the way up to season 6, but after season 7, at the end of it, I was like, I couldn't recommend this to my enemy. The way it ends, it's just so disappointing for me.
Well, it's good through season 1 through 6.
Oh my god, it's so good. It's so much fun and enjoyable through those seasons. Absolutely. There is a lot of fun and craziness that makes it enjoyable. And then in season 7, when you're all invested in the story, it just doesn't make logical sense for the viewer for some of these things, the way it happens. And it's just like, ugh.
I'm excited for House of the Dragon.
Oh, I hope it helps. Helps reinvigorate the interest, and maybe they could build and correct some of the problems that they made there at the end. Because it's really about the vibe. If they could capture the vibe of Game of Thrones, they might have something there.
I watched some cast reviews, and they said it's like the vibe of Game of Thrones, but the way they're shooting it is they don't want the audience to think, oh, this is just another Game of Thrones. From what I'm hearing is they want the audience to they want this to be a completely different show. Like, yes, it's a Game of Thrones show, and it's set in Westeros, which is the Game of Thrones universe, but they want it to be like its own thing. They want it to be separate from Game of Thrones.
Of course.
You know what like they want it to be its own thing.
Of course, yeah. Which makes sense. Just like any video game, so like some of these video games, they want to they're sequels to these big games. They want to be seen as their own reason for existing, not just there to glorify what was there in the past, but to improve upon and make something new.
It's you again.
Say something
Always
new.
a pleasure.
Yeah, I'm excited. And do you watch? Are you big into like anthology or like you've heard of American Horror Story, right?
I have.
Have you seen it?
Yes, I've seen quite a few of the early series, but I lost interest hard when I lost interest after the first 2 series.
So after the Murder House and the Asylum, and then you hit the Witches, and you're like that.
Yeah, after the second season, I was just like, yeah, I'm out. But I really enjoyed that first season. It was a fun ride. And then I saw that it was still continuing, and it just didn't interest me at that point.
They have a Hulu series now. It's called American Horror Stories. It's like the Twilight Zone, where each episode, but it's more violent and mature in that sense. Yeah, I like it. It's a good series.
Interesting.
And then I've been watching the classic Twilight Zone a lot. I don't know why. It's just comfort TV for me at this point.
You were saying that you enjoy the Twilight Zone, but it's good TV.
It is indeed.
There's classic episodes that are amazing.
I left off on the episode that takes place in the future called The Obsolete Man, and it's like one of the best of the whole series. I'm gonna have to sit down and watch it one of these days, eventually. All right. Well, I promise you now, I am going to get out of here. It is 10:38 as we speak, so I am going to leave you to it.
All right, man. Yeah, I'll leave you to it too. Have a good one. Good luck on your next stream. I'll see you later, Connor. Have a good one, man.
All right, you too. Thanks for letting me barge in here and talk your ear off for an hour and a half.
Nah, it's always fun.
All right. Later, James.
All right, later, Connor. All right, chat. That is where we are going to sign off here for tonight. Thank you for joining us here on Spit and Fire. Trapped in Doom? What's going on here? Well, guys, kick that like button. Subscribe for more Spit and Fire, and we will catch you on the next stream. If you guys got any ideas of where we should quest to, items that we should look for, spells, and things you want to see happen on Elden Ring, let us know. And as always, we get the fire conversation going, we get soccer conversation, the sports conversation going. Thanks for joining us here at Spit and Fire. If you guys have any fun comments to add after that, let them know. Let us know. We love reading your comments underneath the video right after the fact. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Fired up, footballers. What's going on? Let's get out of here. All right, guys. Catch you on the next one. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Kick that like button. We'll see you guys later.